Hi, this is Linda Hewitt at Pathway of Joy, and I am here to record another meditation for you. And so my intention is to have this be posted at or as close to possible at 2:22 a.m. Eastern Time on February 22nd here in the year 2022. And let me just say a little bit about why. So this year, 2022, my word, someone asked me what my word was, and the word that immediately came into my head is renewal. And so for me, this is a year of renewing some things around my home life, my personal life, as well as my practice here at Pathway of Joy, improving the way and the means that I have to support my clients, my students, my viewers, and just to bring more joy, more empowerment to everybody. And so when it struck me 222 on 222 on 2022, so this is the time, sorry for my rough penmanship there, that I am intending for that to be posted. And so I did some looking up. So indulge me for a few minutes before we get into the meditation. I'm not sure where the meditation is going to take us. But if you've been following me, you probably know that I work with angelic energy primarily. I work with other ascended masters and guides as well. And so I like to go to my angel number book to look at different numbers. So I decided to look up 2 and 22 and 222. And so first of all, the message for the number 2, everything's fine and will continue to be so. Keep believing, especially since your feelings of hope lead to more positive outcomes. The angels can buoy your faith if you'll ask for their help. And so just remember, the angels are always there to help us. And so just this message of things continuing to improve. I know it's not feeling like that for a lot of us right now, but just keep the faith that we will keep going in that positive direction if you set that intention. The number 22, there's a lot of 22s in this intention. The angels can see the positive results of your prayers, and they want you to have patience and stay optimistic while the final details are being worked out in heaven. There is an urgent call from the angels to keep the faith. And I think that's a really important message for us right now, dealing with, the virus going around, obviously, that's been dogging us for a few years now. And then we see it improve and then drop again. And so just keep the faith that as we continue to focus on the right things, on our own, our joy, our compassion to each other, supporting each other, we're going to get there. And so that can also align with renewing our perspective, renewing our faith. The number 222, trust that everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to, with the divine blessings for everyone involved. Let go and have faith. Again, similar message on faith and trust. Now, those of you who are numerology buffs, you know that you can do things to add numbers together. And so if I take the 222 on 222 on 2022 and I add them up, we get what a lot of us believe to be the dreaded 666. I thought, yikes, that can't be good. But then I remembered I had looked up that number before, because it's come up for me before, and it's not the satanic thing that a lot of people seem to think it is. What 666 is, from an angelic perspective, it's really just a little bit more of a caution. Your thoughts are too focused on material illusions. Raise your thoughts spiritually to get your life back on track. So to me, that's a bit about releasing worries, focus on material illusions, having the things around you. That's not what's going to get any of us anywhere. It's about having our community, having our friendships and supporting each other. And then if you take it even further, if you add up the 666, you get 18 from numerology perspective. And then if you add the 1 and 8 of 18, you get 9, and that's a little bit blurry. So let me read for you 18 and 9, and I promise you I am getting to a meditation in a moment. So 18, that's not 18. 18, your thoughts are the valve that open and shuts your financial flow. Ooh, financial flow. As you stay positive, all the material resources you need come to you easily. However, worry can stop this flow. So as your angels help you to stay upbeat, especially where, let me say that again. However, worry can stop the flow. So ask your angels to help you stay upbeat, especially where it concerns money. So we had the 666, not getting caught up in the financials, in the materialistic, I should say. 18, talking about if we're worrying about the financial flow, we're going to be bogged down. So really just kind of letting go and allowing it to come to us. And then finally, the number 9, if we add it all together, 9 is a beautiful, beautiful number from a manifestation point of view. Get to work, light worker, now. And number 9 means that you've completed all of the prerequisites to achieve your life purpose. Stop procrastinating, as it's time to start taking action steps. Even baby steps are useful. And whether you're a light worker or not, this applies. That recognize what you've already done, what you've accomplished to get to where you are today. And don't get bogged down by things going on around you. Feel what's in here, what you desire to do, where you desire to be, and just, and let's move ahead with that. Let's move ahead with our mission. Let's move ahead with our finding our compassion. Let's move ahead with supporting our friends, our community, whatever it takes to get us over that next hump. So with that, I am now going to, as you probably know, if you've been following me, my meditations are channeled real time. I never know exactly what's going to come until I start talking to them and start recording. I just set the intention in this case. I'm asking that it's an intent, the message that the meditation is around renewal and bringing in the energy of all of these beautiful 2's and the 9. And hopefully that makes some sense to some of you. Otherwise, just come along for the ride anyway. And so with that, let's just all close our eyes. Take some nice, relaxing breaths in, out, in, and out. And allow your body to relax, whether you're sitting, whether you're laying down. Just if you have any arms or legs crossed, try uncrossing them so that we're not short-circuiting the energy, and let that beautiful energy flow. Feel yourself breathing it in. As you're breathing it in, feel that you're pulling it not just from the space around you, but you're pulling it from the highest levels of heaven. You're pulling it in from the deepest trenches of Gaia as well. All of that freshness, all of that divinity as you breathe it in. Everything circulating around us, conspiring to support us. As you breathe in and out, just see the landscape of your soul starting to appear for you. Also seeing a lot of cherub energy showing up for us, which is a wonderful, this thought of the renewal. It's not a heavy task. It's not an obligation. It's not a, oh my gosh, I have to start all over again. This is a joy-filled step toward your heart's desires. So as your soul's landscape is being revealed to you, allow those cherubs to fly around with you. Allow them to be there to support you. Perhaps they're tickling your neck. They might be putting their hands at your back, giving you a little push. Just feel their beautiful, joyful energy around you. And one of the things that we're noticing as we look out at the landscape of our soul is that it is vast. It is also varied. As I'm looking out at the landscape of my soul, I'm seeing an extensive plain going on for miles and miles and miles. And while I can see in front of me, part of that landscape has been dried and cracked. Along the edges of it also are lush green grass, and beyond that, mountains, and beyond that, light clouds. I can also feel some of the support of other inhabitants of our planet coming up to support me. I can feel a little bit of brushing at my back. One of my furried planet mates, if you will. I'm not sure what it is, but it's feeling perhaps feline, wildcat of some sort coming up behind me to help me. Cougar maybe, mountain lion maybe. I'm just feeling that feline energy. As I look out at the landscape, the landscape of my soul, and my first reaction when I saw what might seem unpleasing to me is, oh my goodness, I'm too late. The landscape is dry, the earth is cracked. And as I allow myself to release the worry, what I'm realizing is that, no, this is just a temporary change, temporary, maybe a seasonal flow, because I remind myself that at the edges of the prairie, I see the lush green grass and the cracks in the prairie. They are the promise of water, the promise of hydration, the promise of life. And so I am allowing myself to just get comfortable here, to get comfortable and enjoy what I am seeing around me in the landscape of my soul. As I allow myself to get comfortable and accept what I'm seeing, I'm starting to notice the freshness of the aromas coming around me. I'm smelling grass, I'm smelling pine, I'm smelling a few flower blossoms as well, just a little bit of fragrance coming through. I'm now noticing more sounds. I'm hearing crickets, I'm hearing birds, and now I'm starting to hear the whoosh of the wind, just a light breeze, and enjoying all of this and realizing that everything I'm seeing out here are components of me. They're always here for me. They're always part of me. And in knowing that, I can prepare for that renewal that I am sure is coming with the next rain. And with that, I feel the air just chilling down a little bit and start to feel a little bit of moisture forming on my skin. This is coming from just a refreshing mist that's rolling up around me. And just the power even of this mist starting to soften the ground before me. I'm starting to notice that some of those cracks, some of the illusion of missed opportunity, that's starting to fade away. It's starting to blend. And I'm starting to see the source of that fragrance. I smell the flower blossoms. I'm starting to notice some of the blossoms growing up from the depths of any of those cracks that had been there. We're feeling ourselves now being called to step forward and to start looking deeper into these cracks. As we look deeper and deeper, we start to see a myriad of activity going on. What we thought was just dry, old ground, opportunities of our soul gone by, was actually a wonderful hustle and bustle of life energy, preparing us for our next phase, preparing for the next wave. We look down in those crevices and see some light starting to build, see the activity, start to hear the excitement. Just allow yourself again to relax and know that all is well. All is as it's meant to be. And now we're starting to hear a little bit of a rush of water coming up behind us, starting to feel it down around our feet, starting to see it spread a nice layer of moisture across the plain. And as we do, it's an explosion of color, of growth, of fragrance, all coming up in front of us. Colors and experiences that we've never even imagined. And we start to notice also some of our helpers, perhaps some of our animal guides or spirit guides starting to come up, to show up with that new growth. And we realize now, whether they be the angels, the masters, the guides, your animal totems, whatever your guides may be, they've been there supporting you all along the way. They've been there helping you to prepare for this next renewal. Let them take your hands. Let them offer you comfort. Let them offer you encouragement. Feel that energy coming to you. And step forward into this renewed view of your soul. Step forward along the path. Perhaps take a few looks around, look left, look right. Then ultimately turn around and look back. Look back at where you've been. Look back at where you were seated before at the start of this journey. And notice your soul family standing there. See some of your best friends. See some of the most loved members of your family, whether they are your biological family or your spiritual family. Just see them. Maybe you're seeing some that have passed on already. But see that they've all been there. They've all been there at your back, supporting you, ready to catch you, and see them now cheering you on as you become more and more aware of the renewal. And then as you turn back around again, facing forward as you were at the beginning, notice that there are so many paths available for you to choose. Each one more beautiful and tempting than the next. And know that it's completely up to you which path that you choose. All you need to do is choose and take a step forward. Allow yourself to just scan the landscape. Decide which of these paths looks to be the most hopeful for you, or the most promising for you, or the most productive, or the most relaxing, whatever it is that your soul is desiring for that next wave of renewal. Just see which of the paths is aligning with that and step forward. And as you start bringing your awareness back, allow yourself to bring the vibration of that path with you. The excitement, the motivation, support. Feel the energy of your soul family still here with you. Feel it all right here in your heart, in your soul. And so when you're ready, open your eyes. Offer yourself a little bit of grounding. Give yourself a great big hug. And I hope you all enjoyed this little journey on renewal. I hope you enjoyed the little discussion on the 2's, the 222, on 222 in 2022. I hope it brings you much abundance of everything that you hold dear. I hope it brings you compassion, friendship, support. I hope that it helps you find your way even further along the path of free will, knowing that you deserve this. Much love to you, my friends. Wrong button. Dealing with my technical issues here. Okay, let's stop this. Thank you.